does the reporting only work for software projects or JSM? So it does work for all types of projects, literally as long as it's in Jira and you have a Jira projects or space associated with it, it will work to report on that information. So if you go into your filter and like pull in a filter of JSM projects, it will absolutely work. So it really doesn't matter here. I could even ask AI to pull in only JSM projects, and it should give me a nice JQL for that. And then I could ask Rovo to break down using this JQL. Let me just start a new chat, create a report of statuses using a bar chart for this. And I'll literally just give it the JQL. This one might take a little bit longer because there's over 1,000 work items in here, 16,000. This might take a while. It actually might choke it up. So I'll let it run for just a moment and maybe come back to it because it does have a lot of work items to kind of chop through. But as long as you could pull work into a filter, as long as you could pull work into some kind of a Jira space or area and you could give it a JQL, Rovo can report on it. It's not limited just to software projects or just business type projects. I think it could even do reporting on product discovery, although I haven't tried. But it can also pull in context from Confluence. Like if you want to ask it how many pages are in, this Confluence thing, how many, or is this Confluence space, how many things or how many out of date pages do we have here? What are the pages that we didn't update for the past week? It can absolutely do that because it has context to the teamwork graph, which is literally inside of Atlassian and all of their products. The Jira kind of teamwork graph is a lot more robust because they have the concept of work items and like unique keys and all of that. So it should be a little bit more accurate in Jira. That being said, it should still do reporting in other products as well. Okay, where are we at? It says I have 16,000 service desk issues. Let me count each stats individually to get the accurate number. Okay, it's going through and counting. The last prompt that I had took maybe like what, 15 seconds to run. This one's been going for at least a minute now. So the more work items you're dealing with, the more it's going to have to process and pull in those reports. But hopefully in a minute here, we'll see something relevant. And this is actually a pretty good stress test for a very large batch of work items that are open or coming in or that we need to report on. So anybody in the enterprise world who's on the webinar, we'll see if this works for you in just a minute here. All right, any questions that anyone else has, feel free to drop in the questions tab. I have a couple more here as well while this is still running, and we'll look at it in just a moment. And if you wanted to check out the Grid OS breakdown in terms of how we actually implement Jira, how we approach Jira as that foundation layer to get that adoption, to make sure that everything is accurate and standard across all spaces, you can check that out. Okay, let's see what we got here. Looks like it worked, 16,736. It worked. All right, so that's completed, resolved, canceled, done, closed, and then there's a lot of statuses that we only have a couple of work items in. So on a very large scale, if you have a lot of work items that you want to report on, this will absolutely work, and it will work with JSM projects as well. Real quick, I know this looks like a lot, and if you'd rather just have me and my team help implement exactly what I'm showing you in this video, that is exactly what we do. If you're interested, hit the first link in the description below.